But as we mentioned, of course, we will talk about the game in just a moment, but something that you mentioned was the Mo Salah, the Virgil van Dijk, the Trent Alexander-Arnold contract situation, and foreign clubs will be able to start their own conversations with these players come January the 1st. It sparked a few Liverpool fans, a bit worried maybe, wanting to have their say on this situation. Carl has done exactly that. He's called us on 03717 223344. Morning to you, Carl. How are you doing?
Good morning, Carl.
Morning, Gab. You okay? Morning, Natalie.
Morning.
You okay?
Yes, very, very well. How are you?
Yeah. Sorry about being a Man United fan, Natalie. I know it's really hard at the moment.
I'm not a Man
She's
United fan. I'm not a Man
fan.
Because he said you were a Man United fan.
What? No, definitely not. But it's okay. Well, it's okay. They are going through some strife. Very different for your club.
I mean, it just shows the seamless, slide from Klopp into Arne Slot. It is reminiscent of Shankly into Paisley. Slot reminds me a lot of Paisley. But in terms of the 3 contract deals, a friend asked me the other day what would be the ideal situation. Well, all 3, obviously, but if I had to pick 2, if I really had to pick 2, and I've got nothing against Trent, he's one of us, but I would pick defence and attack simply for Mo's numbers.
Yeah. I have to agree with that.
Virgil is the first.
Yeah.
Oh, Virgil's been outstanding.
You don't win nothing without a defence. You don't win anything at all.
Carl, I want to ask you about all 3 players, especially Van Dijk and Salah. If they're asking for the numbers they're asking, do you have a problem with that, Liverpool fans?
No, I think in terms of giving them what they're valued at, then I don't like modern day football the way the numbers are bandied about with all these ridiculous figures.
Agreed.
But I mean, I go back to Gary Bertels and I was watching Aston Villa before you were born, Gary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I watched Villa win European Cups. I respect Aston Villa. I do. I respect your club. But in terms of the numbers that are asked now, they're far beyond that. I mean, I earn £15 an hour for crying out loud.
That's the problem, Carl. It's hard for fans to Fans are going to be quite frustrated hearing about it. But put your players' hat on, and if you know certain players around the world are getting this, you're going to be like, I want my value of what I think I'm worth. You know, if you're Mo Salah, what he's doing for Liverpool.
Is the value the same as the players we've watched through the many years we watched football? I don't know.
No, but now, what will say if Mbappe's getting X?
I'm a dinosaur, Gabby, though.
I know what you're saying.
I'm stuck back in the time before football became fashionable and people with fancy names started following it. You know, I'm a working class guy. I don't deal with these kind of figures. You know what I mean? But if that's what the guy's worth, then give it to him, you know. Because in terms of Mo's numbers and the fact that Virgil can run an entire defence on his own, those would be the 2 that I would target.
What would Virgil cost? What would Virgil cost now to even go and replace him? Salah?
You're talking north of 100.
Yeah, more. And they're probably not even a defender out there.
And then who?
Yeah,
exactly.
There aren't any. I mean, I don't see any defenders that come anywhere near his kind of ability. Not just in terms of the defence, but those 70-yard diags that he plays all
everything.
the time. He scores goals. I mean, if you were going to if you got people talk about AI now, if you were going to go into AI and make a central defender, it would be Virgil van Dijk.
Carl, good call. Thank you for
Carl.
calling us this morning. Great to chat to you. So yes, issues off the pitch for Liverpool to sort, but my goodness, on it, no issues whatsoever.
It's easy, isn't it?
Are you of the thinking it's done?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it'll be done after 32, 33 games.
Yeah.
Be one of them seasons. Chelsea will continue to drop points in certain games. I think Man City will. I think Arsenal will drop points as well. And Liverpool just look frightening.
Forest going to drop points?
Forest. They're flying. We'll come on to them
in
a little bit. But I just feel Liverpool, when you look at what they've got available, you know, Chiesa can't get in the squad. Jota can't get... I mean, Jota scored, and Jota's a top player. He can't get in the team. Nunes isn't a starter. Harvey Elliott was getting thrown on yesterday. Endo's getting thrown on. Do you know what I mean? They've got Canate out, and no one's talking about it. If that was other teams, you'd be like, oh, one of our best defenders is out because Konate is a top defender, a beast. No one's talking about it. Gomez hamstring yesterday. But they're that good. Kwanzaa will come in, and it looks like that's their best two centre-halves. So Liverpool will definitely win the league now.
Were Liverpool yesterday exceptional, or were they helped out by poor West Ham?
Liverpool were very good, but West Ham were woeful. I just feel that if you're going to play 5 at the back and a couple of defensive mids in front, you should be making it harder for Liverpool to score goals and create chances. Mo Salah missed so many chances, like he always has done. His numbers would be way, way higher if he finished a lot of his chances. And I just can't get my head around it, because when we used to play 5 at the back sometimes, it'd be like frustrate. You've seen Everton, even though they haven't played 5, they've frustrated Chelsea.
Yeah.
They've frustrated Arsenal.
Yeah.
0-0 draws.
City not that long ago.
Exactly. Like, do you know what I mean? So I just don't know who's coaching these defenders. Mavropanos. Deary me. Ooh.
Well, do you know what epitomised really the performance for West Ham was that 5th goal, with the way the Salah was just able to run through the midfield.
We used to do it day before a game. It was passive defending, so you couldn't tackle because they managed didn't want to injure players.
Yeah.
That's what they done all game, and especially that last goal, the Jota goal. It was like Salah's running to me. All right, Tadibo, you just keep running backwards, jockeying, and then finally, maybe you'll come and make a tackle. No. Do you know what I mean? And what's funny, Tadebo's jockeying. When he should leave Salah, someone else coming across, and take Jota, he doesn't. Honestly, so frustrating to watch.
Yeah.
I'm not a defender.
Well, indeed. Bill is a West Ham fan. He's called us up this morning. How you doing, Bill?
Yeah, very well.
Good morning, Bill.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're all right. Thank you. Goodness me. I don't know where you want to start with your team.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I think it kind of stems from the board, really. We stumbled across Moisey doing a good job because of everyone else the managers they brought in previously not doing well. He was brought in as a kind of firefighter and luckily did well. I don't think Lopetegui's a good fit for the club. You look at his previous career, he's not spent more than 2-3 seasons at other clubs, played quite defensive football, which was quite a bugbear of a lot of West Ham fans with Moisey, even though he was really good in getting us results. I don't think it was ever destined to go well. Quite frankly, I'd like to see us kind of buck the trend and going out and kind of buying these big name managers. I'd love to see Michael Carrick come up. He's been doing a fantastic job at Borough. And I've not heard him mentioned for us, and that's probably the main reason for my call. I want to get him in the conversation and get him over to West Ham. He knows the club, he's played for us, and I think he'd be great for us, to be honest.
Mate, I'm not even a West Ham fan, but their defending really frustrated me over the last couple of years, but especially last night. I just don't understand. Like, I really don't get it, mate. Like, does that come from coaching, or they're just not good enough defenders?
Well, I don't know. We seemed to do all right. A couple of years ago, we were doing coming along, but I think we just had a lot of change. I think in the summer, a lot of people thought we'd probably won the transfer window over the summer. We seemed to do really well, but I think it just seems, we changed the manager and the defence, we don't look like we know what we're doing. What we got, Wan-Bissaka on the left-hand side, he's one of the best defenders, but what's he doing over on the left? It just doesn't seem cohesive.
No.
And then that's the main issue. There's four blokes trying to defend, but none of them are defending together. And that's just
even Alvarez in a defensive midfield role. We paid 35 million for him, and he looks poor, looks lost in the Premier League. Completely.
And that's the upsetting thing. We had a really good foundation from Moisey. I mean, we won the Conference League.
Of course.
Whatever you think about it, whether it's a European
great achievement, mate.
Yeah, exactly. So we had a good foundation, but it just seemed rice left the hole, which we could have filled. And I think it's just there's just a lack of direction at the club. Like I say, I don't really trust the people in charge who are actually signing the managers. We had Pellegrini, big name, didn't do very well. That's why we ended up with Moisey. We got rid of him, bringing in other people, didn't go well. Ultimately, and it's easy to kind of pin it on them, but. I'm not really sure there's a clear direction at the club in general.
Yeah, it was a strange one yesterday. I mean, there was not much service for Bowen. Kudus had chances. Yes. There was flashes, but that was about it for West Ham. And just, I was going to ask Bill a question, but he's gone. He's gone.
He's had
Thanks,
enough.
Sim.
He's had
Because I was
enough.
going to ask, are they resigned to that? This is it. This is it for their season. You know, mid-table, 13th, 14th. Is that it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I just think like we're halfway through now, exactly 19 games. And you look at teams like Forest, you look at teams like Bournemouth, Fulham, Newcastle are back. No European football for Newcastle.
Yeah.
They will finish in the top 7. Villa will be around there. Brighton are stumbling at the moment. Spurs. I think West Ham could finish where they are. They really could.
Oh, dear. Well, if you want to have your say, you know what you can do. 03717 223344. That's the number to call us on. You can also WhatsApp us on that number and also text us to 81089. And I did see a message earlier on from Steve the Hammer who says, Natalie, you have a fight on your hands as we want your manager. Happy New Year. Thanks, Steve. I don't know. Thomas Frank to West Ham?
No.
No, I don't know if I see that.
Sideways, isn't it?
Well, currently where we are in the table and they are, we'll see.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.